James had a dream to hike across the Grose wilderness in the Blue Mountains. His route would use Little Trail. Paul and I agreed to go with him. The route would start at Yarramundi at the foot of the Blue Mountains and finish at Mount Victoria. From Yarramundi, the route would follow a fire road to Grose Head South, continuing along a trail to Bees Nest Lookout. From there, we would continue along the fire road to a ridge, which would descend to Springwood Creek. From there, we would make our way up onto the Carrawagga Ridge and along it to Grose Road. We would follow Grose Road to Falconbridge Point, leaving the trail and descending a ridge to the junction of Linden Creek and the Grose River. We would follow the old engineer's track up the Grose River to the junction of Wentworth Creek and the Grose River. From there, we would make our way up onto the Engineers Ridge, following no trail, continuing to the Mount Hay Range using GPS for navigation. When we reached the top of Shaw's Gully, we would descend the Biles Pass to the Grose River. We would hike upstream along the banks of the Grose River, passing Mount Hay, passing Rocky Points Creek, and arriving at the junction of Govetts Creek and the Grose River at the Blue Gum Forest. We would continue up the Grose River, passing Mount Banks, passing Hanging Rock, until we reached the junction of Victoria Creek. We would continue upstream to near the Grose River headwaters to the junction of the Surveyors Creek. From there, we would make our way up the creek and finish at the Darling Causeway. Alright, we have just headed off from Yarramundi, heading to Mount Victoria. Hopefully it all goes okay. There's Paul over there in the dark, you can't see anything. And there's James as well. Here we go. It's been burned a few times, hasn't it?
Been propped up.
This is looking from Grose Head South out towards where we're going, out towards Mount Hay and the Grose Valley. We've got Carrawagga Ridge in the foreground. We're making our way over here around to Falconbridge Point, up onto the Engineers Ridge, up along the Mount Hay Range to Mount Hay, and down into the Grose Valley, just the right hand side of Mount Hay there.
Alive,
lunch near Forco Point. What are you eating, Paul? Oh, salami and hummus.
Salami and pate, eh?
Oh, beautiful. How's that lebo bread, Jane?
Oh, mate. What dreams are made of.
Oh, good stuff.
Just about to lose our minds. So play that rhythm one more time. And now they're clearing up the glow. We never made it there at all. Still not ready to go home. But no one knows which way to go. Rocking to the break of day. Don't stop rocking now, no way. Everybody feels the same. This is why we play these games. Rocking till the early dawn. Soon those good times will be gone. And everything I ever had. If I could have one night like that.
Right, we've just come down the Linden Ridge to the junction of the Linden Creek and the Grose River. So it's been pretty hard to get to here from Yarramundi, but we're here now. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So just looking at the river. There's the guys down there, looking downstream. You can see Falconbridge Point up the top there. And that is looking upstream, up towards where we're going is Wentworth Creek, and we may end up spending a night there. We'll see how we go. And then that very ridge line on the horizon, that's where we've got to get up to that. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. James has just found one of the original crown marks there, the surveyor's marks that were put in during the survey and building of this track. That is a beauty. There's the arrow there and the marker in the middle, and some sort of a number on there. We're now walking along the engineer's track, or what's left of it. Just coming along the track here, or what is part of a track. This is part of the old stone walls that were built down here when they were building the engineer's track. You can clearly see that it's been built up. The trail coming around there. Whoa! Oh, how good was that? Okay, it's now the second morning of our hike. We've woken up, had some breakfast, at Wentworth Creek here. So this was our first camp. Coming up here, we got Paul's tent there. Up in here, I've got my bivvy bag just with a shelter over the top. It's a good little spot, nice and comfy. Over here we got the fire going.
Hello.
How you going, James?
Good, mate.
How you going, Paul?
Morning.
Feeling good?
No.
No.
Feel alright.
Feel alright, yeah. James, what do you reckon about yesterday?
I think it's pretty hard going.
Pretty tough?
Hopefully today will be a bit easier.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good.
There were parts of it that were pretty good, weren't they?
Yeah.
Is part of the old wall. That's where the path took an accidental left-hand turn up Wentworth Creek. It was a mistake, and there's the correct one going down there. The old engineer's track. That's our next step, going up there, going up onto the engineer's ridge. Hopefully we get up there okay today and we get along the Mount Hay range a bit for our next camp.
Is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup, I ask silently. All my destinations will accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. Circles they grow and they swallow people whole. After lives they say goodnight to wives they'll never know. And a mind full of questions and a teacher in my soul. And so it goes. Don't come closer or I'll have to go. Holding me like gravity are places that pull. If ever there was someone to keep me at home, it would be you. Everyone I come across in cages they bought.
At the moment it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Just making our way along the Mount Hay range still. Yeah, it's going to go for another 15 kilometres or something, but we'll probably pull up in the next hour and a half and find a spot to camp. Weather's just starting to change just a little bit cooler now. I think there's a cold change coming through. Let's show you the guys ahead.
As I find a way to be, send me a satellite forever orbiting. I knew all the rules, but the rules did not know me. Guaranteed.
Here we are at the second campsite. It's where James and I camped last time. Just swing around this way. Over there you can just see Mount Hay. And this is looking back in the direction of where we came. Back this way. So that's going to be the fire. And over here is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. Right about there. Paul's setting his tent up down that way. Okay, third day now, and the bush bashing continues. It's a little bit thickish here, but it's going to open up shortly, but it's just a matter of just plodding through it, brushing off the trees and bushes to the side. Yeah, feeling pretty good. We're all a bit low on water. So I'll be looking forward to getting back down to the Grose River where we can filter some water down there. Probably get down there about lunchtime. It's about 8:30 now. The sun's coming through the clouds. And it's warm, it's not cold. Here they are. Groovings. Yeah, there's like, look at that. 1, 2, 3.
That one up there too. That one.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, good ones.
Where the water runs down. 7 groovings. Right, we're getting ever so closer to Mount Hay, and there's Buron Crag in the foreground, and Shaw's Gully, where we will be heading in, and that's over there and down into the gorge. And that's when we'll be down at the Grose River. So this is probably one of the highest points of this part of the trip. So we going the right way?
670 metres.
These are the sharpening grooves just sort of north of Buron Crag. You can just see Mount Hay back there in the distance. But these are a fairly prominent groovings that we've found. You can see the groovings just here. Be normally full of water.
Mark?
Dunno, mate. You're telling me. You're the man who knows where to go here. We've now taken a turn. We're heading down Shaw's Gully, which is called the Biles Pass. So we've just got to get ourselves down, probably into the gully proper, down here somewhere. James tells us we've got to go down here somewhere, so we'll just keep going downhill. Right, still heading down the Biles Pass, down Shaw's Gully. Starting to level out a bit down here. There's no track. That kind of water on will be right up. You know the looking at the cliff line, I think you've got a few more to catch. Look at that. Stylish. Okay, we've made it to the junction of the Shaw's Creek and Grose River. Looking downstream, it is really beautiful. Well, this is our Grose River camp, Camp 3, and we're just packing up, getting some, having some breakfast, and getting ready to go. So this was Slept here the night. Swinging around. There's Paul's tent there. Coming over to the campfire. It's just drizzling with rain. It's not too cold. Ah, we're burning thongs. The thongs are gone.
Bit of black smoke. Should get there for a smoke signal.
Looking down towards Mount Strzelecki. We're just walking upstream now. Got here, we're pretty wet, but there's no rain, and we're just going to hike along here pretty quick just to warm up and get some miles under our belt, because we've just been push bashing along the Grose River. So hopefully we can make a bit of ground up on this track. Still flogging our way up the Grose River, so we're upstream of Victoria Creek. Having a look down there, that's the sort of stuff that we've been coming through. We've just climbed up through a big boulder choke, and we're getting higher now, so hopefully we're going to make a bit more ground along this next bit. It's where we're going, straight up there.
The love from inside, all we got is tonight.